Hey, I'm Rux, or you can call me SM65 Cool Guy, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 DLC game modes that I wanted to see in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, or the game modes that can possibly happen, and the reason why I'm talking about this because the fact that we're getting a limited time of new game modes right now, I could come up with lots ideas for the new game mode that I wanted to see or that could possibly happen or it could possibly replace. So, number 1. Bring back Capture the Taco or Taco Bandit. Capture the Taco was a game mode that was very similar to Capture the Flag in Call of Duty, when some team is trying to capture the flag and some team that's staying and trying to defend the flag. But if the teams have most flags at the end, then the team will win, and there was actually a DLC game mode that is called Taco Bandit in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1, when the zombies team are trying to steal the tacos and the plants team trying to defend the tacos, but if the zombies team capture all the tacos, the zombies team will win and the plants team defend the tacos, such as the zombies haven't captured all the tacos, then the plants team will win. But sadly it didn't return in Garden Warfare 2. But it did return in the Mystery Portal, a limited time game mode which is Capture the Taco in Garden Warfare 2. Finally, it was now definitely very similar to Capture the Flag for sure, because you have now each taco on the plant side and on the zombie side, and the plants and zombies team going to try to capture the taco and the plants and zombies team going to try to defend the taco. If the plants team have a most tacos, the plants team will win. If the zombies have a most tacos, then the zombies team will win. So hopefully they could bring it back and put it in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville as a limited time of game mode, or maybe since it was a permanent game mode in Garden Warfare 1, we could add it as a new game mode in mixed mode, or maybe not. But I feel like Capture the Taco could possibly happen. I mean, they did it in Garden Warfare 2, so I will see it in the game, and maybe it can still go as the same style in Garden Warfare 2 when the plants and zombies team going to try to steal the taco or defend the taco. But yeah, I will like to see it come back as a limited time game mode. So number 2. Free for All. Of course, Free for All is a main game mode throughout the series that you going against each other. Of course, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Overwatch, and Minecraft has Free for All game mode. But the reason why Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare don't have it because plants can't go against plants and zombies team can't go against zombies, which it doesn't make any sense. And it's make a huge sense. Free for All is never happening because throughout the series it's called Plants vs. Zombies, and plants have to go against zombies and zombies have to go against plants, so the zombies team going to try to eat their brains and attack the plants, and the plants team going to try to defend and shoot the zombies. That's why Plants vs. Zombies is a tower defense game, and that's why I don't think, or we don't think, Free for All is never happening ever, because plants go against zombies and zombies go against plants. Not plants go against plants and zombies go against zombies. It doesn't make sense at all, because the title of this called Plants vs. Zombies, so that why Free for All is not happening. It'll never happen. But it could potentially happen, because they can use gnomes as a character class in Free for All type, and plus it's already happening. We just got a brand new gnome class surprisingly, and the name of this gnome class is Gnome Tag. This is kind of weird because some people thought that gnomes are enemies instead, like gnomes characters is only be played by AI, like the gnome are potentially bad guys in Garden Warfare 2 because they want to rule the world or take over the world, but you only see the gnomes characters in Infinity Time, Trial of Gnomes, and the Nomus Brothers boss hunt. In Battle for Neighborville, if you collect all the golden gnomes you will fight the name of Sir Biff, Sir Boff, and Sir Buff, and it's look like we'll be fighting the Gnome King when the big huge DLC update hits, just like in Garden Warfare 2. But since Gnome Tag is a playable character class, are we going to be getting Free for All as a permanent new game mode as a limited time in Battle for Neighborville? That will be surprisingly if this happen, and I feel like it's going to happen anyway because we are Gnome class. So I real excited about that because we never have played free for all in Plants vs Zombies series before, so that will be new actually, because we all going to be playing as gnomes tags in this brand new game mode that we did not expect it to happen. So yeah, I think that will be real excited because we all to play as gnome, and also this game mode will be similar to Cats vs Dinos with the music, but it's going to be a limited time though. So number 3. Boss Vanquish. Boss Vanquish will definitely and possibly replace Cats vs Dinos because it's a game mode when you get to play as a boss. And also have a lot of health, and it's just like Battle Arena, Soil Survivor and Cats vs Dinos. When some players get vanquished they're out, and they have to watch this whole scenes to one of the team wins. And I think Boss Vanquish will also has the same thing because you are a giant creature or a strongest plant or zombie, and you cannot change into a different boss in this game mode, and if you die, you have to wait and watch this whole scenes to the other team's wins, but I don't think you won't play as the same boss. After this you have to try a different boss, so this game mode is going to be very similar to Cats vs Dinos and Battle Arena. If the team gets 3 trophies then the bosses will win. I think it should be 16 bosses in this game mode, including playable plants bosses and playable zombies bosses, and I think it will be amazing game mode because you get to play as a boss such as Super Bean, Mexi Bean, Giant Sunflower, Giant Robot, Giant Flaming Tree Monster, Vampire Zombie, Disco Zombie, Karate Zombie, Robotic Orange Juice, and a giant pickle. How hilarious for them 2 bosses being playable like a giant pickle Rick from Rick and Morty, and a robotic orange juice brother named Robotic Talking Spatula who punched SpongeBob in the face, in SpongeBob SquarePants one of the episodes. But yeah, I will like to see that game mode be added as DLC limited time that could replace Cats vs Dinos. And that will be awesome because I don't think Cats and Dinos not going to be returning in Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. I know it was fun playing as them, but I think people now prefer Plants and Zombies bosses being playable characters because them hackers somehow made these bosses playable in Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. So that will be cool if PopCap ever these bosses playable in Battle for Neighborville, just like the gnome with free for all game mode situation. So let it PopCap happen, let it happen. Number 4. Flying Vanquish. That will be awesome if PopCap ever invented something that you can fly in, again like Call of Duty they have a game mode something that you can fly in. Even other games too, like Star Wars Battlefront, you have a X-Wing and a TIE fighter that you can fly with. I wonder if they going to invent flying classes into Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville when we can fly and shoot some plants or zombies by flying. That will be awesome, and plus that will be easy to invent as a flying. Number 1, it can be a flying AirP and a Sky Trooper from Sky City Plants vs Zombies 2. Number 2, it can be a flying Aircorn and a flying Z Mech from Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. They can have customization, cosmetics, upgrades, abilities, and even legendaries, but it's going to take a lot of work intend into the game like the balance, boost damage, and more, but that going to be a big update if they going to be doing that, like added 4 flying classes in the game so we can have a flying type game mode that we can all fly and vanquish each other, and that game mode have to be a limited time game mode. So that will be weird and also fun because we never have a flying type game mode in Plants vs Zombies series before. But I don't think it going to happen because the map's platform and more. It might happen, but you never. I'll be okay about that mode even though you get to fly character type class, but we'll see. And lastly, number 5. Bring back Boss Hunt. Boss Hunt is a game mode that you fight stronger bosses in Boss Hunt, like the Yeti King, Sasquatch, Captain Smasher, Nomus Brothers, and the Spooky Squash, Royal Hypno Flower, in Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2, even scrapped bosses that was planning to be on in Boss Hunt like Super Chili Bean. Imitator, possibly Renegade Imp and Z-Mech, and even the Giant King himself, who was scrapped in Garden Warfare 1, and now in Garden Warfare 2, and that is Zombot, aka Dr. Zambos Giant Robot, who was planned to be added surprisingly in Boss Hunt in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and then Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Graveyard Ops, you have now Spooky Squash and Royal Hypno Flower as normal bosses, and Garden Ops Sasquatch and Captain Smasher will possibly be next as normal bosses, I will have to say. But speaking of that, I wonder if they're going to bring Boss Hunt in Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. That will be perfect. It's going to be very similar to the bosses from Campaign Story Mode ending, because I think we'll be getting bosses and upcoming DLC Boss Hunt Contact. But would like to see Zombot as definitely a boss hunt, because it's a giant humongous robot that can destroy things. You see, we get to go against Blightcap because she was a giant humongous mushroom we ever go against, and she possibly a size of Zombot, I have to say. Because the thing is, she is a giant mushroom that can lets on blue fire and stuff with her abilities, and Zombot that can lets out yellow electricity possibly. But yeah, Zombot will definitely be chosen by everyone. Because this giant Zombot was actually sown anyway, because in Garden Warfare 1 at the end of E3 you have the cactus, and then you have this giant Zombot robot that stomp on the cactus with its shoot and it ends there, and Garden Warfare 2 beta first launch you have this Zombot walking in the backyard battleground. And also it was in the turf takeover map, Harbor Assault ending, when the plants have to take down the parts of the Zombot boss, and also it was originally going to be added as boss hunt but somehow scrapped due to the early development, but Zombot could have a possibility that can come to Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville, and I do think that will be exciting because a lot of people been waiting for this true battle with Zombot ever since Garden Warfare 1, so I think that will be insane and awesome if they add a Zombot boss fight very similar to Blightcap. That will be wonderful, and Imitator could also come back to even the Yeti King, because lucky for Hacker found the code name files in Battle for Neighborville. But this game mode have to be a limited time though, but it will be awesome if you can bring Boss Hunt back. PopCap, if you guys could, so that all my game modes wish list I want to see in future DLC limited time. I will like to see Capture the Taco come back. I will to see Free for All being added so we can play as Gnome's characters. I will like to see Boss Vanquish so we can play as Boss's characters. I will like to see Flying Vanquish so we can all flying Rathering Battleground every time, and lastly I will like to see Boss Hunt come back so we all fight stronger bosses again, such as the Yeti King, Zombot, Blightcap, Imitator, Major Problem, Dreadwood, Old School, and the Nomus Brothers. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully all these come true, and like and subscribe this video if you want all this to happen, and so yeah, peace.